Welcome back to ZBitch4K, and this is Atomfall official gameplay overview trailer. Now, this trailer just dropped, and I thought I'd, get back in the swing of making YouTube content by starting with a trailer I'm kind of curious about and I'm kind of interested to play. I've been playing a lot of Stalker 2 lately, so this should really blend well into that. So, I'm going to play the video, I'm going to talk about it at various points, and without further ado, let's just begin. Let's just begin, gang.
Rated M for mature.
If you've been waiting for a special occasion to break out your hazmat suit, then look no further than Atomfall. Here at Reballion, we are excited to introduce you to this new world and what it has to offer. However,
the graphics look nice. Just off the rip, just off of the start here. They look nice, but they're moving a little bit quickly. I feel like they should move a little bit slower if they want to show off a thing. But I feel like they want to show a lot of things.
What we can showcase in a single video. This is just a glimpse of what's to come. Atomfall is a brand new, single-player, first-person action survival game set in a post-war Britain. It will have you traversing the Lake District of Northern England, uncovering mysteries about the quarantine zone and the people that inhabit it.
My name's Molly. I got some bits and bobs for sale.
Your name's Nut, by the way.
You know what I really liked about Fallout? I liked the mech suits, the power armor, sorry. I liked that. I also liked the character designs in Fallout a little bit. They were nice looking. They had a sense of what kind of futuristic, kind of 1950-ish sort of thing about them. But was it perfect? Not really. Here I feel like it's a lot better. I feel like the design is much better. Just from off those two people alone. I know it sound like I'm throwing under Fallout 4 under the bus, but I'm not. Also, I'm hoping they make use of power. Well, here's the thing about the power armor. I liked the idea of power armor, but I didn't like the fact that it was used in Fallout 4. They should have used it in like a more futuristic game. Set in a game like Starfield. Cough, cough. Me talking smack about Starfield again. Huh? What? I don't know what you guys thought about. Let's go.
Because we've been curious. We're strangers.
Atomfall takes place in a fictional quarantine in 1962, just 5 years after the real-life event, 1960.
Strangers.
Atomfall takes place...
I'm so glad I brought up power armor. Let me tie it into that instead of seeming like I just said power armor randomly. I like the idea of having futuristic tech walking around in this world to add a little bit of a wild card to some of the situations, whether it be fights or dialogue options. Yeah.
Place in a fictional quarantine in 1962, just 5 years after the real-life event of the Windscale fire, the worst nuclear disaster in British history. However, in this altered version of history, there are more mysterious and sinister things at play behind the scenes, and you must uncover the secrets of what happened. It's up to you to discover the truth behind the disaster and figure out just how much of this world can be saved.
It doesn't matter what else happened, as long as the truth of this place gets out.
Before you can set out on that quest, you'll awaken in the quarantine zone with little knowledge about who you are, the life you've lived, and certainly the strange new world around you. A rather nasty bout of amnesia.
You're not the first amnesiac I've seen since things went awry.
Are you a law-abiding?
So, amnesia. I'm not so... Okay. That happens a lot. I'll just say it in the gaming sphere. That happens a lot. In any sort of media. I don't know. I like it in some instances. Other instances, I hate it. It's too early to tell at the moment because... I don't know, man. It feels like they're just doing like a shorthand. But I don't really blame them because it's an easy way to explain certain things about the character. Like, why don't I remember anything? Or what's going on? Why the guy have everything explained to him? Oh, the guy amnesia. Oh, okay, cool. And they just sort of skip right past it. I wish there was a better way to do it. This probably is a better way. They're just not finding it. But, I'm probably being too hard on it off the start. Like, we're barely even 2 minutes into it. So, yeah.
Citizens, a terrifying menace to those around you.
Oh,
Or are you perhaps
nice stealth takedown. I wonder if we'll be able to do that, Rick.
someone just trying their best to survive in a dangerous, unfamiliar place? The choice is yours, and Atomfall gives you the freedom to embody any role. A village in one of the areas you will visit is controlled by a military group that was sent in to set up and maintain the quarantine after the disaster, a noble cause. But some might question the lengths they've gone to restore order.
I shouldn't be gossiping about this stuff.
Armed soldiers patrolling the roads of the village, robotic sentinels on a hair trigger, prepared to attack at even the slightest hint of aggression, and villagers who live in fear as a result.
Soldiers will string you up for anything these days, and my husband was exploring where they don't like you to explore.
Does this group really have the villagers' best interest at heart?
But step out of line, and I will revoke your liberties here just as quickly as they were given.
Outside of the village is a lawless land filled with bandits and cultists
Whoa, that's a nice jump scare.
who don't care if you're friendly or not and will attack you on sight.
Okay, I like the reload animations. I like the... That's really good. That's really tight.
There are so many things to consider on your journey through
Exploration is a big part of games like this, like a huge part. It has to be satisfying.
Atomfall.
And not just the first time through, in multiple time playthroughs, okay?
Exploration is a critical component of the experience, especially when it comes to your survival. The quarantine zone is in the idyllic countryside of northern England, but it is not as it once was. An abandoned rail yard, a derelict stone quarry, and verdant rolling hills contain more than just pieces of a prior civilization. As you explore these places,
Yeah, it looks nice.
you'll find secrets.
Nice with the fire. Trespassing. I like the trespassing passing warning above your head to let you know that you are going to be attacked if you are caught in this area. So you might want to do stealth. That's a nice touch. Like, a lot of times they'll have something else in there to tell you you're trespassing, but having to just say you're trespassing, that's clean, perfect. Good idea.
Bandit hideouts, mysterious messages, secrets, clues, and leads that might help you figure out how the world fell apart. These can lead you to eccentric characters, secret hideaways, or even the rundown bunkers of the British Atomic Research Division. You'll never know when or
Like there's
where
mutants in
fragments of the bigger picture will be brought into focus, but you will always need to be on guard. These facilities may not be as populated as they once were. However, the halls are often patrolled by the same robots used to patrol the rest of the quarantine zone, as well as irradiated feral creatures that won't hesitate to tear you apart. You will also come across caves and underground tunnels that seem to have been affected by the wind-scale disaster the most. Glowing plants and mushrooms cover the walls, floor, and ceiling of these places, giving off a hazy fog that makes them more dangerous to traverse
That looks crazy to me.
than other places you may go. However, the environment is not all you need to worry about. The same terrifying ferals found in the bunkers also live in these areas and will not stop to ask questions before trying to tear you.
I've been silent because that is impressive. Like, the mutants, it feels like you're in an underground, like, horror show. Like, this is pretty cool. I like it.
Apart. Be sure to be well equipped to handle these creatures and be extra cautious. As not everything is as it seems.
You're trapped in the quarantine zone around the wind-scale atom plant.
How are you going to defend yourself against all these threats? You're going to need weapons.
Okay, combat and game. There's a gameplay and combat, but you just said combat. Like, there's other things in the gameplay besides combat, but, you could just say combat, then you've done other stuff. But, I understand that.
Supplies and materials, all of which you can
So basically, you're crafting.
find through scavenging the locations of Atomfall. However,
I'm okay with crafting, especially in games like this where you scavenge a lot, because you're going to need something to do with all that stuff you got.
truly want to survive, some things may need to be
Chill,
taken
dude.
by force. The weapons you will come across include melee weapons, like the cricket bat, or ranged weapons, like pistols, rifles,
Yeah, he's
and
pretty good.
shotguns, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. During your journey through Atomfall, you may even unlock the ability to upgrade your weapons and give them more power. The ammo for these weapons will be in short supply, so you must either find or craft what you need to survive. However, weapons are not the only thing you will need on your journey. You will gather resources, like cloth and alcohol, to craft various items, to heal yourself or harm your enemies.
Yeah, that is cool. I like the use of various items to get. Like I said before, crafting is a good idea in a game like this.
Over time,
because it gets you to explore. And ammo running out, that's a good idea. I often feel like games like Fallout or other games that use a lot of ammo as a resource, they sort of give you abundance of ammo and not realizing that the player is, capable of conserving their ammo and using ammo in a smart way.
Expand your crafting abilities to create more aggressive tools of self-protection. Other tools at your disposal include a flashlight.
A good backup for that is to have a store that sells ammo to people
To light the dark paths ahead, and a trusty metal detector to locate buried caches of supplies. A handy ping will alert you when one of these caches is nearby, signaling you to equip the metal detector and begin the hunt. When you aren't scavenging for materials or searching for buried treasure, you might also find various manuals that contain valuable knowledge. These manuals will imbue your character with new skills across 4 categories: ranged combat,
ranged combat,
melee combat, survival, and conditioning. Even at the end of the world, knowledge is power. Careful selection of which skills you focus on will determine your playstyle and the path you carve out for yourself in Atomfall. We won't be going fully in depth on these skills and what each one entails right now, but as you progress, you will need to pick and choose what.
So I actually do like this as a progression system. Like progressing with perks and skills like that, that's a nice way to. Stalker 2 is different because you don't have any, don't have the perks or skills you develop. The skills and perks you get are from you learning how to play the game. You were a lot better after a few hour session playing Stalker 2. Meanwhile, in Fallout, they try to, but the perk systems can often fall apart if the perks are boring or the skills are just not interesting. You don't unlock new abilities in gameplay. For instance, in stealth, they should only let you do cool takedowns once you've unlocked them on the tree. If you haven't unlocked them on the tree, on the perk tree, then you should just do regular takedowns. You just hit them or they fall over. Or the takedown has a special ability that is incredibly quiet or difficult for enemies to spot or hear it. Or in some cases where you stealth take down an enemy, it freaks out everyone around them. There's so many ways to do it.
What type of playstyle you want to focus on in Atomfall?
I really should stop talking. Not personal, but you can't trust anyone too much these days, can you?
We hope you enjoyed the first glimpse into the world of Atomfall.
A 5% increase in reload speed is not good. I wouldn't say it's terrible, but it's that's boring. Nobody cares about a 5% increase.
Leave a comment with what you are most excited to see when the game releases on March 20th.
I'm most excited to see what kind of perks they have and what kind of guns they have in the gameplay. I feel like the guns they will have will be from this era of combat, and I'm curious to see if they'll have anything really that just stands out. I think they were holding back a lot because they didn't want to show you too much. I wonder if there's a way to mod your weapons as well. That's an interesting idea too. I hope they can let you do that. I don't think there's any base building. Can I just say, can I have the unpopular opinion and say I'm kind of glad they don't have base building? Not every single game needs a base building aspect to it because some games are just terrible with base building.
27th, 2025. Atomfall will be releasing day 1 on Game Pass, Xbox Series, and Xbox One consoles. You can also play on PC through Windows, Steam, and Epic Games, as well as PlayStation 5 and PlayStation
That is very quickly, all things considered.
4. Stay tuned for an upcoming video that will delve deep into some of the gameplay mechanics we mentioned here. This is going to be a game you don't want to miss out on.
All right, guys. Well, if you like what you saw here and you want to see more, then hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. I think it's a good game. It looks pretty good. I would say it might be one of those games of the year, but it's still too early. We'll have to see. If you want to pre-order, then be my guest, but I would strongly recommend people not pre-order games, especially after the recent troubles we've had with the gaming industry. But if you trust Reballion enough to respect your time and your money, and you really want this game, then I suggest you look into it and be very, very careful. Again, I want to say very, very careful about pre-ordering. But if you feel like you have to pre-order, then you shall go forth with my blessing if that is sure what you want to do. All right. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe. Catch you in the next one.